Hello, everybody. This is Linda DeVitas, owner and founder of healingsonthego.com. I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, certified healer, Reiki healer, professional space clearer, dolphin healer, and a whole bunch more. To see the services and everything that I offer, go to healingsonthego.com. I would like to introduce myself. I've been a certified healer for over 30 years, if not more, doing it professionally. And today we're going to talk about healings and how they work. My deep rooted belief is that the mind, body, and spirit need harmony for optimum well being. So when your mind and body is in good vibration and balance, things start to flow and you start to feel a lot better. Um, I would like to talk about a couple of different modalities. Just 1 second. I didn't plug in my phone. Okay. So I wanted to talk about the first healing modality, and that is candle manifestation channeling. And that one is performed all over the world, as it is very, it's so amazing because I can write another book about, how these healings have helped so many people and how I have most of my 5-star reviews from candle manifestation channeling. And you can ask me, what is that? So basically, candle manifestation channeling is a candle that is prayed upon under your name. So basically, I do a healing candle, and an essence of your spirit enters into the candle where I can actually see if you have any imbalances. The statue becomes you energetically. And what does that mean? I can feel and sense where you need healings. There's a lot of people that tell me, oh, can you teach me? Or can you start teaching people how to do it? I can't really teach anyone because it's all self-guided. So I see through the candle, I can see where the dark spots are, and my guides talk through me what oils to use and what herbs to use. So basically, sorry, I'm just charging. Doesn't turn off. So basically, it's an energy that comes through me and it talks through me. And after that, I write 2-page channeling. So 2-page channeling is guides that talk through me and they tell me guidance. So for example, if I'm doing a healing candle for your mom, let's say, and she's not feeling good, what happens is things start talking through me and they write a manifestation of her healing and they guide me. Like, let's say she has a lot of repressed anger or emotions stored in her heart. It will come up in the channeling. So they'll tell me what the issue is. They'll give me guidance. And a quick hello to Anne. Welcome, Anne. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the candles are amazing because I can do them all over the world. You don't have to be in person with me. Actually, you're not supposed to be. And it's an hour process. And I write the channeling. I actually did one earlier. I do them all the time. And they're like, how do you know stuff? The channeling is so amazing. I'm telling you, all my 5-star reviews are mostly of candle manifestation channeling. It's amazing. And I highly recommend it to people that have not tried it yet. So, and not only is it the channeling where the spirits come in, not every candle has the same spirits. For example, healing candles, usually Archangel Michael comes in, Saint Raphael. Who knows who's going to pop in, but I do feel their energy very strong, and that's when I'm guided to write things. Also, at the end, when it's completely finished burning and the wax is completely over with, then I read the wax as well. So it's a long process. A lot of people tell me that the price is amazing. And if you ever do want one, just tell me that you saw my show and I will give you a discount. But it's amazing. And so there are different kinds of candles. There are candles for sending intentions for love. A lot of people feel, they have gone through breakups and they feel a loss of love. There's love candles, actually healing the person with the love energy. There's also money candles, sending energy for money. The candles actually will point out that, okay, we do money candles, but also you take a big part in the candles, because I'm not only sending you the energy of it, but you also have to, certain beliefs that you have can block you as well. So that's where the channeling comes in for money. And there's a lot of times, that the money candles direct the people, and they're like, okay, your root chakra is blocked, because the root chakra is connected with the money energy. So if your root chakra is blocked, you're blocking your wealth. And certain affirmations you have to say. I had this lady that wanted a money candle, and that she told me, yeah, but the root of all evil is money. That's it. Well, with that thinking, you're never going to get any money, because it's your belief. Our beliefs can block you, or they can open you up. So basically, it's all about both of us. We're both working in on it to manifest what we want. So I don't take all control. And you have to remember that you can send as much energy as you want, but it's also our free will to do as we please. I can tell you, don't go to the supermarket, but guess what? If you don't listen, then that's up to you. I don't control anyone's life. All I do is send the messages, and then it's up to you to listen or not. So we have love candles, money candles, and most of all, healing candles, which I've seen miracles. I know I keep saying it, but I do have to write a book one day, and I'll just tell you a few stories which are really interesting. I've had a candle which I did. This lady was in a hospice, and there was no way that lady that wanted a candle for her grandmother, she's like, there's no way she's gonna live, but let's try it anyway, because nothing's guaranteed, and we're all gonna go one day. But why not pray and see if it could get prolonged? So we did a candle for her, actually the Trinity candles, which are 3 of them. So they run for 3 days, a candle each day for 3 days. And then after a week or so, believe it or not, that lady left the hospice. Actually, everyone was shocked, but she lived longer than expected. So sure, we're all gonna go one day, but if we can prevent it, why not, or extend it? So that's one miracle. I can do a whole show on the candles and their miracle stories. I've had people send me pictures. I remember a friend of mine, her dad looked like he was on his deathbed. And she's like, please, can you just do a healing candle? I said, okay. So I did it the next day, like the opposite. He was so much better. I see when the golden energy enters someone, their face starts changing. It looks more golden. And I said the energy went in. So a lot of people are worried. They're like, okay, well, my candle burned fast or it burned slow. What does that mean? Candles burn at different speeds. And yes, they do mean something. If the candle burns very quickly, that means that the energy went through with no blockages, and it's going to happen. The result's going to happen really fast. There's some candles that burn very slow, and they usually take a day or two, and then they're like, oh, I'm so worried. Is something bad going to happen? No, nothing bad's going to happen. It's just that the candle is working through blockages. So it's taking its time. It's like putting water down a clogged drain, and it's going to go slowly, and it's entering your body, but you must have a lot of blockages for it to be very slow. The only time it's concerning is if it keeps turning off. So if the candle keeps turning off, that means that either you don't want to hear the messages, you're turned off, and that's when, okay, you don't even have to worry then. But these candles are very positive. There are a lot of people that are scared to do them. I've never seen anything bad, no bad channelings, never. And candles never bring anything negative, because they're all about healings. They're not to control, dominate, or do bad things to people, because I don't believe in that. I believe in karma, and I would never, no matter how much you pay me, do something bad to someone. Never. So I tell them, don't be scared of the healing candles, because trust me, they're all healing. And people that have tried them, I have people that are my customers for so many years. I started this 2015 candle manifestation channeling, and it was all from a prayer. I was going, again, through a very hard time financially. And I said, God, how can I help others and help myself? Because I need to help myself. And everyone needs money for food and all this stuff. So I started to pray. And sure enough, I'll never forget it. I lit a candle, but for no reason, because I didn't even know about them then. And as I gazed into the candle started talking to me. And it doesn't talk, but it talked through my mind. And they said that with these candles, you're going to help a lot of people heal. So I said, okay, might as well try it out. I have nothing else to lose. So they became a huge success. And I do them for myself. Some people say, oh, why don't you do them for yourself? I do them for myself. Actually, I started doing them first for myself because I wanted to see how they feel. And since I'm very open to them, I right away absorb the energy. So, yes, I do them for myself all the time, especially when I need them. And sometimes when I'm overwhelmed, like I have a lot of them to do, sure, I get a little lazy because I don't feel like writing 2 pages for me. But if needed, I do them. And I always tell people, don't wait till you're overwhelmed, because sometimes when you're overwhelmed, one candle will help, but it's like going into a house that's muddy and dirty, right? You can't expect one shower is going to help you. So I tell them, don't wait till you're super overwhelmed, drained, and then call me, because then it might need two. So try when you're not too bad. And a lot of times, people would agree with me. They do help a lot, I have to say. So I really do recommend them, not only because I'm the creator of them, but I've seen miraculous stuff happen. And let's see another story. I'll have this person anonymous. This person was an older man, and he was going through so much. Anyway, he was on his deathbed in the hospital. And, the whole family came around and they said, okay, well, the doctor said, look, his organs are starting to shut. Time to say goodbye. So that lady called me crying because it was her dad. And, I have a soft spot for dads because my dad died. And back then I didn't know about the candle. So I said, okay. And she said, I know he's going, but can you pray regardless? I said, of course. And I'm not saying I'm like the master healer. No, everyone is powerful and everyone's prayers count. I'm no one special. I just have this intuition and I'm the messenger of this gift, and we all have power. So I'm not bragging about myself at all. But so God does the miracles, not me. I'm just the middle person. And I send the energy through it. I transmute the energy into the candle, and God and his angels come through. So then she called me. So back to the story. So she said, can you pray for him? Of course I can. I said, I'm going to do a candle. And then I said, please, God, I said, I want a miracle to happen because these people, her family, are such non-believers. So I said, God, can you do me a favor? Please, please let a miracle happen and he won't die today. Sure enough, you're not going to believe what happened. So I did the candle. I saw that, wow, he still has some light in him. So she's like, okay, we all said goodbye to him. He's still around. Okay, so they're waiting. I said, he's not going to go today. She's like, okay, let's see. Sure enough, he did not go. Do you know he ended up living another 2 months? That day, he got up from the hospital, went home, took a shower. He was still, frail, but he lived. And everyone was shocked. I was so happy to hear that he didn't die and miracles happen because, God performs miracles every day. So I said, thank you, God. I was so happy. And I started doing them for him. I did him the Trinity candle, which that one is like life or death. It's like the kind of candle that is serious. It's like when you're in the hospital, death, and knock on wood, all of them have been successful. They have prolonged their life. And I was very happy that that man lived an extra 2 months. He actually lived from for the holidays. You know, it was such a nice thing. And it was so beautiful to watch that prayers work miracles. And I always thank you, God, thank you, and the angels for coming and helping him out. I can tell you more and more, but I'll just leave it at that. Candle manifestation channeling. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend you do. As I said, they are miraculous. And again, we have free will. And through the candles, we have the right to accept or decline the messages. And people usually, healing candles work amazing because people want to get healed. They're looking to feel better. I had this man that had cancer. And every time after chemotherapy, he would throw up constantly. I did him a healing candle, and he saw all the colors I was using on him. And he said, you know what? After that, I didn't throw up. I felt actually good. I don't know if he's still alive. This happened many years ago, but it helped him out a lot too. It's transmuting my healing into the candle, and then the angels come around and they help as well. It's like a whole team that comes through the candles, and they are amazing. And the wax reading is amazing because I can see through things. And everything is guided. So again, candle manifestation channeling, you can find it at healingsonthego.com. And don't take my word for it. Go to Google Maps and type up Healings on the Go and see what they say about it, because you will see. There's one more quick story before I go on break. There was one lady, she was having a severe panic attack. They checked her heart. They said she's having a heart attack. After that, it leveled out. And something happened where the doctors were like, she didn't have a heart attack. So prayers work miracles. They really do. And always believe and give thanks to God, because he's the one that, makes everything happen. The creator of all. And always, have trust and pray. That's just what I can say. I have so many other healing modalities, but my favorite one is candle manifestation channeling because I do it the most. And again, it's all over the world. All I need is your name and a recent picture. And what do you want me to focus on? Some people say, oh, my legs hurt, or please focus on my heart, or I worry too much. And the guides will come in and talk through me how to help you. So never give up hope. I believe I have this gift for a reason, to guide people. And I always check on them and make sure you're okay. How are you feeling today? I just don't do a candle and you never hear from me again. Most of my customers become like family. We text all the time. We make sure you're doing good, and then we'll talk again. I follow up with everybody. Okay, everyone, I'm going to take a very quick commercial break, and I will be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned, everybody.
I was in the living room when I heard my son Carter, who was 2 at the time. I looked over and I saw him grabbing for his face and his throat. I grabbed the life vac. I put the mask on his face and placed push-pull. The life vac dislodged the ice cube from his airway and he started crying. The most amazing sound I've ever heard in my entire life. Please protect your family. Get a life vac.
Hi, I am Linda DeVitas. I am a psychic, clairvoyant medium, and certified healer. I have also written a book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and on my website, www.healingsonthego.com. If you would like to book an appointment with me, call me at 917-929-4935. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back with more healings and how they work. The next one we're going to talk about is Reiki healing. Reiki healing is a Japanese energy healing practice that focuses on channeling universal life force energy to clear blockages and promote balance. This was a long, long time ago when it was invented. It's a three-dimensional healing modality, and it all talks about channeling the universal energy. So what happens here is that when you get activated, the energy you call, so the person, the teacher actually activates you and they transmute the universal light into you. So before I even start, and thank you, Anne, for your compliment. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you. So what happens before we start a Reiki healing, and this one's done in person, we put our hands up and we call on to the universal light. And you know, my twin sister is a healer too, but she doesn't like doing them. Because once you do that, you start feeling this heat coming through you and your hands start to burn. And you're like, wow. So what happens here is, okay, you channel the white light. It comes like a universal force. And then you start to scan the body. It's more hands on, it's in person. And the benefits of Reiki is amazing. It's stress reduction, relaxation, improved mental and physical health. It also has helped cancer patients. When my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, we did Reiki, we did candles, we did everything. She had to remove, the little bump they had, but knock on wood, so far she's good. She really helped her a lot. And Reiki does shrink cancer. There's a lot of great stories and testimonials about Reiki. You can even do them on your pets. I remember one time I was at this lady's house and I told her, I said, "What happened to your dog? He has such a dark spot over his head." And she said, "Where?" I said, "You can't see it, but I could. His energy. It looked like someone, like this dark thing over his head." So she's like, "Can you do him Reiki?" I said, "Of course." I said, I picked him up. He was so cute. And I told him, "You poor little baby. The doggy has something dark on him." So I did him Reiki. I felt that energy come off of him. And then, sure enough, after a minute when I was done, the dog came and licked me. I said, he's happy. And he looks so cute. All that darkness left him. So you can do it on pets and you can do it on humans. And, it's just amazing. Reiki is the universal energy. And Dr. Yasui and Mrs. Takata, they're the ones that we call on to during the Reiki session. And so when I do Reiki, it's quite different than anyone does it. Usually it's very quiet, but to me, since I channel spirits, I had this lady that was laying down, and sure enough, she had an American Indian over her American Indian protector. And we started hearing out of nowhere, like the powwow. Oh, that was like, she goes, "Where is it coming from?" I said, "I have no idea, but I think they're your guides. They came through." And so I don't ramble through the whole thing because people came to relax, but I tell them, "Do you want to hear, the messages or afterwards?" So usually they want to hear it during. And I channel, sometimes their loved ones come through. Sometimes, it's just the American Indians. It depends. So many different people come in, but I just talk for like 5-10 minutes and then I let them rest. Many of them fall asleep during the healing session. They get so knocked out and it's so relaxing. I had such shoulder pain like a couple of weeks ago, very bad pain on my shoulder. And oh boy, I couldn't stand the pain. It was so bad, that I felt like, when you want to throw up from pain. So how would I sleep? I used to put my hand over the Reiki healing and it used to feel so much better. And I would fall asleep like that. I was like, oh, it was so painful. But thank God with the chiropractor and healing. And actually, she did an amazing job adjusting it. But the soreness, the Reiki and the ice helped a lot. So of course, this is not medical advice. Always do see your doctor because, you have to check yourself. But if they find nothing wrong with you, healings work amazing as well. Let me see another story with the Reiki healing. There are a lot of people that they close their eyes. So I'm doing a healing and they'll feel the energy on their chest. And meanwhile, I'm right by their feet. So they're like, wait a minute, weren't you just on my chest? I said, no. Because with healings, energies, angels always come in. So it's a whole tribe. It's not just me. So I had this lady, she would like peek with one eye and then she would close it. She was so funny. So I said, yeah, they all come in. So it's not always, you think I'm at your shoulder, but I'm usually on your feet or vice versa. So it's a very interesting healing modality. Reiki healing is amazing. And also it's with the crystals. So I put crystals on the body and with that too, like some people they feel like it should be a certain way. I just go by what my guides tell me. If they tell me rose quartz on top of your head, even though it's supposed to be in your heart chakra, then that's where it's going to go because they know better. Maybe they feel your thoughts need to be healed with love. Maybe you're too hard on yourself. Maybe so many different things. So I go with what I feel, and that's where the crystal will go. Some people, again, have it like purple, blue, and all the chakra colors. I don't do that because I feel like they know better than me, and I just go with the flow. The next one is dolphin healing. I do this as well. My dad, God rest his soul, this is what I did for him, and it's like a meditative state. I also call them sometimes during candles or Reiki sessions, but dolphin healing is very different. This can be done, it's like being in a trance, kind of like meditative state, where people get to relax. It's done long distance, this one that I'm talking about. And dolphin healing is more like playful energy, intelligent, nurturing spirits of the dolphins. And I call on to the golden dolphins. I call on to pink dolphins. Golden dolphins are the healers. So their benefits are they're good for emotional pain, enhancing intuition, fostering a sense of peace and connection. You can heal the dolphins can heal you with a whole bunch of things. And what I do is I always visualize them beaming through their sonar. They're very, very powerful. They like to beam light into the mind, and they're just amazing. I used to do this for my dad when I didn't know candles, and he was always, all the way in Greece. So I had no other choice to do it. And one time, I did him a dolphin healing. Again, I tell him, okay, I'm going to do it now. So then I start to pray to them. I visualize him in my thought pattern, and then we start to send healing. And he told me, you know what, Linda, from all the ones you do besides the candle, because like I said, I didn't do it then. He's like, this one helped me the most. I said, really? He said, yeah. And he said, you want to hear something funny? I said, what? Then he told me, when you were done, I opened up my computer. He said, and I saw a huge dolphin face out of nowhere, he told me. So I said, see, they hear it. They hear the energy. I call on to them. I give thanks. And the one that's in charge of the healing is Yamaya. She's the goddess of the ocean. And she comes in. She's the mother of the dolphins and the ocean lady. So yes, dolphin healing is amazing. It takes about 30-40 minutes around there. And that one is also on my site, healingsonthego.com. The next one is magnified healing. This one is amazing. It's like Reiki, but it's kind of not. This one is the 5th higher vibrational with Kuan Yin. This one is about, you don't seek the energy like Reiki, like you call onto it before you start the universal energy. This is magnified. It magnifies the energy within you. So what you have inside yourself. And this one is very good for healing your heart. This one is all about compassion heart. Again, it's a Japanese one, Kuan Yin. She's the mercy and she's the compassionate and forgiveness. A lot of people that are hard on themselves, and they need to be compassionate. It deals with the affirmations. It's a kind of different than Reiki healing. And this one higher, it's the higher spiritual energy. It clears the path and aligns chakras. Kuan Yin, I haven't done too much magnified healing because this one again is in person, but again, it magnifies the energy, and it's usually people that are holding on too much guilt, emotion. They need to release it. It's also for the body as well, but again, we magnify the energy of healing. Also, the guides come through and they help me channel affirmations that you need to repeat during the session. That one again is on healingsonthego.com. And the next one is professional space clearing. That one is another very good one. I had to do at least 15 houses before I got certified professional space clearer. And what it is clearing the energy inside business and homes from dark energy. So you have to think that we pick up so much things during the day, so much energy, and where do we bring it? We bring it into our house, and we start to feel this energy. And when there's negative energy, like arguing, where does it go? In the house. So you need to clear it. And when the house is blocked, then we don't want to be in the house. We feel sick in the house. We want to be out of the house. That's usually when you can tell that you need to cleanse your home. Accumulation does happen in the homes between the little corners. I clear all of it. So I do these remote that are very good, just as effective as I'm, being in person. And what I do is I ask them to take all these beautiful pictures of their home, and it takes 2.5 hours. It's a really long process. That leaves me drained for days, but it's really beautiful and powerful. You've seen so many people that have such spirits in them, and they really need cleansings. If you don't clear your house when it's very overwhelmed, you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel sick. You're going to feel like nothing's flowing, depressed, anxiety. And again, it's not going to be where you want to be. Like, you're not going to want to be in that house. They say the most negative part of that the house, like in general, is the bathroom and the bath area. They say that that's the most negative place. And this is from Feng Shui. Feng Shui says that you have to close your bathroom door, or else you'll have leakages and your money will always leave you. You won't have any money. So I have to start remembering that and close the bathroom door. But yeah, so I've had a lot of houses that I've performed a professional space clearer. And not only do the house get cleared, also everyone in the house. So I do the pets, and I get pictures of everyone in the home. And those, we connect with the house guardians, and the house guardians come in and they guide me how to clear it as well. I balance every room. It takes a long time to clear it, and it's usually 2 days long. That one you can also find on my site, healingsonthego.com, where again, it's remote and in person. I haven't really done in person for a while because of the COVID and all the negative things, the sicknesses that have been coming on, but remotely is amazing. And I do have 5-star reviews for that as well. There's a lot of stagnant energy when it comes to houses, and those always need to be cleared. You need to, go into a welcoming atmosphere. And there's some places where I go, and the businesses are just, I feel the energy being very dark. And then I'm like, no wonder you don't have business, because people pick up energy. And when you're going into a space, a business space, you can feel it. And if it's not welcoming, no one's coming in your business, and you're not going to get any money, or very little. So you have to always clear that space because you do want it welcoming and you want people to enter your business with a nice vibration. So I do businesses and I do homes. And it increases productivity. It gives you a sense of peace at the house or the business. It makes you feel relaxed. You feel good going in there. Have you ever went into a space and you just don't want to be there? Well, that's because it has bad energy. Or if you, vice versa, love the place, that means they're welcoming, it's nice and clear. And it takes time because, businesses and houses accumulate a lot. And anything, like I said, going to the supermarket, we pick up stuff. Imagine in our house when we don't feel good or when, just screaming and arguing or fear, anxiety, that all blocks up the house and the mouth of the house. It's very good to keep things clutter-free as well as energetically as well. So sometimes just saging won't do anything. Saging will be just like dusting. When it's overwhelming, you need space clearing. And again, you can contact me on healingsonthego.com where I have live agents. You can ask them questions and it's all written, in the service page, detailed pictures. I provide offerings for the spirits. I tell you what I see, what room was the worst, what room was okay. It's a long process. And yes, you will feel really good afterwards. It's usually the house clearings and space clearings are good for 3 to 6 months. Usually 3 months now because some people last 6 months, but you always have to maintain it and, make sure that you cleanse it as well. We keep the energy very high and uplifted. And people do feel the difference afterwards, especially in person and long distance. So try it out. I'm going to take another very quick commercial break and I will be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned, everybody.
I was in the living room when I heard my son Carter, who was 2 at the time. I looked over and I saw him grabbing for his face and his throat. I grabbed the life vac. I put the mask on his face and placed push-pull. The life vac dislodged the ice cube from his airway and he started crying. The most amazing sound I've ever heard in my entire life. Please protect your family. Get a life vac.
Hi, I am Linda DeVitis. I am a psychic, clairvoyant medium, and certified healer. I have also written a book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and on my website, www.healingsonthego.com. If you would like to book an appointment with me, call me at 917-929-4935. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Healings and how they work. So basically, these are a summary of all the modalities I do. Not every healing is one size fits all. Some of them, some people like candles, some people like it in person. You go with what feels better for you. And I invite you to come and explore and just see, because when we are overwhelmed, it affects our health. And you don't want to be heavy, depressed. Those are all signs that you need healing. When you feel overwhelmed, you feel sick, you might heal physically, but guess what? The energy needs to be clear too. So if you're long distance, I refer Candle Manifestation Channel. And again, don't forget, I do give discounts, especially for people that watch my show. I will be more than happy to help you out. So, it depends what you like, how you feel. Thank you, Anne. It is. It's a lot to think about because everything's all energy. I'm sure you've heard it many times when people talk to their plants and then they start to grow. It's all about this energy we are sending, how we're feeling. And we are all human and we need to heal ourselves. We need to clear ourselves from all the stress we go through from people that, might overwhelm us. They might, stress us out, and anger and all that stuff. We're all human to feel. So just get rid of it so it doesn't start affecting your health. And then, anger weakens the liver, fear is the heart. Everything is a manifestation of what we're feeling. It all comes from the coconut, and then it starts affecting everything in the body. So before it becomes a physical manifestation, you do want to make sure that you take care of it first. And I just want to show my book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, for people that don't know what I went through, a very dark time. And this is what, really helped me out, healings. And through the darkness, we discover our light. And we all have beautiful gifts to share with the world. And mine is to help heal those that are injured and in need. I always go out of my way to help people. And the negative energy, you just want to make sure it doesn't become stagnant on you, because when I do candles, I look at the candle and I could tell on the body where you have the darkness. This lady is so funny. I did one today and she told me, I told her, are you having some kind of knee problem? And she's like, how did you know, Linda? I said, well, I could see it in your candle. She goes, wow. She said, I've been hurting for days. I said, why didn't you tell me? And she said, well, I was hoping it would go away. I said, well, you should have told me because I was doing your candle, but now I see it. And then she said, wow, you think it's going to go away? I said, let's see. So the legs are always like, our support when you're not feeling supported. Everything affects something. Worries affects the heart and so on. So these are all the healing modalities that I offer. Sometimes, I also I forgot to add one more. It's called Reiki feathering. So what is Reiki feathering? It was actually introduced to me by this lady that came one time for Reiki. And my guides spoke through me. They're like, you got to feather her. So I was like, what do you mean feather her? So basically it's the feathers, just dusting them off. And her guides were American Indian as well, which was really funny. So I do have different kinds of feathers. They're orange and pink and yellow. So they always pick the colors. This lady wanted a black feather. I said, no, black is no good. It's like putting more darkness on you. So it was funny. But feathering, thank you, Anne. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. Feathering just feathers you up, ruffles you up. And we all have our protective aura. So our aura extends out of the body. And I can tell when someone's aura is down. One time I used to tell my twin, I said, you know what? Be careful because you're going to catch a cold. Then she said, why do you say that? I said, because your aura is down. Because when I see auras, it looks like a bubble. And when I don't feel that bubble, it means it's lapsed. So it feels like your defense is down. Sure enough, guess what happened? She ended up catching a cold. So I told her, I told you, be careful. But she was laughing. So worries does this to us. Worries makes you feel sick, deprives your energy field, and then it just becomes, your body needs to heal and rest. And that's the number one way to heal. And there are a lot of natural ways you can go and heal. You can go into the park. You can go by the ocean, by the lake, and just sit there and close your eyes. Take some deep breaths and just relax and ask the angels and God to send you healing energy. Even the trees, go hug a tree. Ask the tree, say good day, and tell them thank you. They love gratitude. And ask them to send you some energy. And just sit there, take some deep breaths, and relax and just feel the energy. I remember one time I was with my daughter and I felt this shooting energy come from my feet. And I said, "Wow, Adela, do you feel that?" And she's like, she was little, but she felt it. We all feel things on a different level. I feel like we're all gifted, honestly, but we process it different. Some people feel things, some people hear things, some people smell things. So it's all different how we process the energy. And there are times when, you just have to quiet your mind and see what the guidance says. See what comes through you. And the best way to listen to your guides is completely be blank. Don't think of anything. Quiet your mind, and that when you quiet your mind is when you will listen and they will talk through you, because they can't talk through you if you're constantly talking. So my guides would say, be quiet, let them talk too. So be quiet, be still. There's some people that heal with just banging. I had this lady, she used to bang on her pots. She said, I'm cleansing. I said, okay. Everything cleanses. Sound therapy is another way that I cleanse as well. I love sound healing. I love the sound of the drums. The drums break negative energy. If you ever feel very overwhelmed, take a drum and just, you know, not bang it on your head, but just, shake it around you. Shake, shake, shake. The drum energy will break away negative energies. And bells are so uplifting. So everything. When I do healings, we do all that and then some. And people come out feeling very happy. And even though it takes a lot from the healer, it's so rewarding to see when they're they're doing very well and they feel very good. To me, that's a gift all on its own, that I got to help them feel better. Because I know when I don't feel good, I was like, I wish someone would take it off me. And it's just horrible feeling not to feel well. So take a deep breath, relax, quiet the mind, and fill your mind with positive affirmations. And when you feel overwhelmed, do not wait on it, because it's like layering. Just like we don't take one bath your whole lifetime. You don't, sometimes, you need to cleanse even once a week, do a healing, once every 2 weeks. Whenever you feel like taking a healing, you have to take it, because people are so worked up in their physical body. But you have to remember that your energy is very important. You don't want to leave it just lingering like that. Especially, did you ever notice cranky people? That's because they have so much negative energy, they're not releasing it. Our true essence is to be happy. Our true essence, think of when you don't have no stress at all. How do you feel? You feel super happy. You're more relaxed, you're joking. That's your true essence, to be happy. Anything of the lower dimension is when you're not, in your true essence. And when you're stressed and when you're cranky and when you're angry, that means call Linda and get a healing because you need one. And like I said, we all, including myself, get different emotions. And when you feel like it's too much, you have to take care of yourself, because you don't want to be cranky. Life's too short. Just get it off you. It's just like taking a spiritual bath. And some people during the candle, they tell me, oh, what do I do? I said, do nothing. Just go about your day. Some people like to lay down while I'm doing it. It's really up to you. But you will feel it. I guarantee that. You will feel it. And I have never heard anyone do a candle and not feel anything. And so I will tell them, if I ever had someone that told me that, I asked them, give me a picture, because I can tell where the healing is up to. It's like pouring water down, but golden water. I can see where you're at healing wise. Some people feel it right away. Some people feel it in a couple days. It usually runs 1 to 5 days, at the most 7 days, but you will feel something. And I do follow up with everybody. So take care of yourself, love yourself, and you don't need to feel sick, you know. That kind of sick energy just feels toxic, and it's like holding on to doo-doo. You don't want to hold on to it. You want to get rid of it, and you need to cleanse it as soon as possible. So my prices are very affordable, and you can check that out at healingsonthego.com. Also, if you haven't read it already, read my book and see what my journey is about. Again, it's my journey from darkness to the light. I grew up in a very haunted house, and through this experience is where I became a healer. You know why? Because I needed to heal myself first before I healed anyone. Thank you, Anne. Thank you so much. I needed to heal myself first because you cannot heal anyone unless you feel good. So that's what I did. I went on a journey of healing, and I was thirsty for so many avenues. I was thirsty for Reiki, for magnified healing, for dolphin healing, for everything. I just wanted to learn and learn and learn. I was thirsty for it. And then when I healed myself is when I expanded and helped others. And it's a beautiful process. And I love what I do. I just, you know, I have to also, like they say, don't drain yourself, but that's okay. When I feel overwhelmed is when I do it for myself as well. Life is hard, but we also have different avenues, different people that are here to help us along the way. And, you know, we're all messengers in different ways, different, you know, everyone has their own gifts. So, again, you can find me at healingsonthego.com. TikTok, I'm more on. Nowadays, I post a lot of very interesting channelings from the angels. If you just want to know about a channeling, I have a promotional price. You could check on healingsonthego.com. And it's just a channeling with the spirit. It has nothing to do with healings. I can also channel your loved ones. And I just have so many services to go on and on about it. So check me out, healingsonthego.com, TikTok, YouTube, X. I'm all over the place. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My last words is take care of yourself, love yourself, be good to yourself, just like you would your best friend. Everyone needs to be healthy, happy, and enjoying life, because before you know it, it's going to be all over with. So you might as well enjoy it, keep yourself clear, and just the way you pamper yourself material-wise, you also have to help yourself energetically. You might wear fancy clothes, but if your energy doesn't feel good, then what's the point? Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. God bless each and every one of you, and have a great night, everyone.